Listen, I played in the NFL. I've taken enough shots to last a lifetime. And let me tell you this, taking a shot just to lose weight, that's not a smart play. That's why I roll with Brain IQ. The all-natural weight chews cut cravings, boost metabolism, and sharpen focus. No needles, no chemicals, no crash. Just results you can chew on. And Brain IQ is not just about weight chews. They've got a full lineup of all-natural products to keep your mind sharp, your body fueled, and your health on point. Skip the needles, choose natural. Order now. BrainIQHealth.com/REF/1LiveStew. Brain IQ Chews. Smart, natural, built for results. Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Ollie?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949. Thank God every minute of every day. Good morning, world. Did you miss me? I missed you. Happy Monday to you guys. The two live stews. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those stews. Hold on, let me show you. Okay, no, she's got to be talking to you, Doug. She's not talking to me. Yeah, your mic is muted. There we go. Again, God is good all the time. God is good. Good morning, world. It's you guys. The two live stews. I'm Doug. He's Ryan, and together we make and create your two live stews experience. Good morning to my man, Rel Scott, Raymond Sutton the fourth, Mocha Bella, the beautiful herself, and last but not least, today's honorable mention goes to Ma Diddy 803. Good morning to all of them, and good morning to you, Dougie Stew. How you feeling, sir?
I'm fantastic, sir. How about you?
Absolutely stew-tastic, man. But
after your long pilgrimage to, where'd y'all go? I don't even know where y'all went.
We were in Tallahassee for a few days, where we visited Chi Theta and Upsilon Psi. Miles visited Florida State and FSU. We had
Florida State and FAMU.
Florida State and FAMU, sorry. We had a soccer tournament in Tallahassee, and then we went to St. George Island for spring break. If you've never been to St. George Island, it is a beach that is beautiful and not crowded at all. The drive-in along the coastline is beautiful. It's a great place. It wasn't crowded. We had our own little beach for like 4 days. It was absolutely amazing, man.
When you say own little beach, there wasn't anybody else there, really?
Well, there were people there, but compared to what beaches typically look like with tons of strangers all over the place,
right? Ours
was not. I'll pull up a picture in a little while and show you how vacated our beach area was. Behind the house we had, man. But a great time, man. How you feeling, sir? How you feeling this morning?
I'm great, man. Rested up from that very, very eventful Saturday where I participated in my first parade. Hey, man, I thought about it, man. Not a lot of people could say they've been in a parade.
No, man.
I mean, being in a parade is a big ass thing.
I'm so happy for you, man.
I'm so happy for me.
Yeah.
So been in parades before?
Several of them, man. Several. And several people text me during the parade like, hey, Ryan, it's obvious that this is Doug's first parade. And I wasn't going to make mention of it or anything like that, but since you brought it up.
It was my first parade. I'm not denying that.
Everybody could tell. I
mean, just scratch that off my bucket list, sir. The only regret was that we weren't able to pass out candy to the children.
Which I realized we could have. We actually could have done that. Well, no, we couldn't throw it. But I think just like we handed out flyers, we could have handed out candy also.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. We couldn't throw things from the truck.
you know what? In 2026, I wouldn't want my kids taking candy from some stranger. We're not strangers. I mean, ATL knows us, but people crazy today, and we couldn't. When we were kids,
world.
we could get Halloween candy and eat it, not worrying about it being razor blazing and shit like that.
Right.
I don't know.
I got a few pictures I'll show throughout the course of the day from this past weekend. One thing I wanted to say before I talk to you about this jersey I got on. Sir, I can't do it like I used to.
Mm-hmm.
Traveling from Florida, coming back and coming to the ATL and grinding all day with the team, and then coming back to Columbus for yesterday's Easter festivities. Happy belated Easter to everybody. Sir, I'm going to be in pain and hurting for the next week and a half. I just can't do it like I used to.
How's that gout doing too?
You saw me walking around.
Okay, so you're good.
I was blessed, man. I had to take my time getting on and off the truck. Speaking of that, shouts out to Bay 11 Towing and the great Marvin Eccles. Give him a round of applause, please.
Thank you, Melvin. We need to thank a bunch of people, man.
Well, we're going to. Shouts out to Bay 11 Towing, Bay 11 Automotive, which Melvin has a shop where he repairs cars and he tows cars as well. But shouts out to Melvin, man. Phone number to the Melvin is 447706949. Bay 11 Towing. We appreciate you, Bay 11 Automotive. We appreciate you. Melvin and his son Momo, Melvin Jr., pulled up and spent their Saturday afternoon. Is it Moo? Okay, Moo. Melvin and his son Moo pulled up and spent their Saturday instead of working. They spend it with the stews. So we really appreciate the great Melvin Eccles. Give him another round of applause, please, bro. Come on.
His wife and daughter were out there too as well. I think they were just in the crowd, but we met them. I met them after the parade was over.
Well, you actually met Melvin's wife on the cruise, not his daughter.
No, I'm talking about Saturday. I didn't say met, did I? I didn't mean met. I mean
no. Words matter. You said met.
Okay.
Words matter, sir.
I didn't. Well, what I was referring to when I said met was talking about his daughter. I don't remember meeting his daughter. Was his daughter on the cruise?
He said we met them, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No, shout out to the great Melvin Eccles from Bay 11 Tow and Bay 11 Automotive. We really appreciate you, Melvin. The flatbed was a great idea. We had space, we had room, we had a speaker so we could talk and people could hear us. We played music. We had chairs that were fastened down so we were safe. And Melvin drove that flatbed truck with his logo on the side of it in that parade, like he's been driving in parades every week of his entire life. Shouts out to you, Melvin Eccles.
Yeah, that was great.
All right. And we'll be thanking people all day long. What you know about this, man? What you know about this?
Classic.
Today's jersey.
Classic 2 Live Shoes throwback jersey.
You remember what year we got that? We got these from the listeners?
Oh, hell no. I'm gone. Was it like a 10-year anniversary or 5-year anniversary or something like that? Had to be like an anniversary.
2005.
Okay. Or 2006. We started the show in 2001.
Right. 2005 is when we got these jerseys.
So the 4-year anniversary of the show?
I don't, you brought the whole anniversary thing into it. I have no idea. But we got these jerseys in 2005.
Did we get them from the party that they had for us?
You're going to be a problem today. I can tell.
I'm asking. Like I'm trying to clarify.
You're being very aggressive. You're fussing for no reason. Is everything okay, man?
But yeah, thank you to the listeners. It was a bunch of listeners that came out and just hung out with us. Shouts out to Kurt from the D, our man Marvin, Antonio the Square.
Antonio took some great pictures. And again, we were doing a lot, and you couldn't do everything. So when people like Kurt from the D and Antonio pop up and they're doing things to help, shouts out to manager Brown. LB was there working and hustling. Shouts out to Arlie. Shouts out to Tree. It was really a great weekend, and we had a good look this past weekend at 404 Day, man. I'm ecstatic with the way things went down.
Shouts out to Brandon Butler, the owner, creator, initiator. There he goes right there. A 404 Day. 4-4 weekend.
What a
It's
beautiful
a phenomenal thing, man. A phenomenal thing. ATL always show us much love. We had a bunch of guests that came through. Shouts out to Griffey 2K, Lab Love. We had DJ Nabs. We were in the lab with DJ Nabs. It was just a phenomenal day, man. And I'll continue to say it. ATL has shown me nothing but love for the past 31 years, man.
You mentioned everybody except for these guys. Shouts out to the Water Boys, Be Rich and Trey. We appreciate y'all, Water Boys. And on the right side, that's the great brother Babe himself. For those of you that may not know him, Gordon stepped in and took the picture with us as well. So it was a phenomenal weekend, man. I mean, phenomenal.
That's the real brother Babe.
That's the real brother Babe.
The show 20 years ago. That is put it back up one more time, Tree.
Yeah.
That is the real brother Babe.
Yeah.
Shouts out to brother Babe.
Yeah. And brother Babe said, hey, look here. When y'all getting brother Babe back on?
And
we got to get him back on.
Let's put that picture back up. I'm sorry, Tree. One more time. You're watching the Two Live Stews experience. Your eyes kind of droopy there. Did you have one of those gummies? Did you have a gummy?
What kind of damn question is that? It was a Saturday. Of course. Weren't you on one too?
No, I told you. I'm seriously, don't even play like that. Ask me nothing like that. I'm done with the gummy shit. Yeah. I'm out of the gummy game.
Hey, man, Saturday was an extremely long day, and it was one of those days where I consumed a couple of gummies. And after we got done with the parade and we got done with the block party, on my way home, I pulled over. Well, I'm not going to get into all of that, but it was a great weekend, man. It was a great weekend.
Go ahead.
The alternative methods of healing, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I no longer do opioids and pills and stuff like that. My medicine comes from the earth. It's all natural.
It comes from the earth?
It comes from the earth. It's a seed-bearing plant. You do know that, right? And he's blessed us with all seed-bearing plants. He wants us to use them. I use mine, sir.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I use mine.
Shouts out to everybody that's watching me on TikTok right now. This is the first time I've tried this. I went live on TikTok, and I'm kind of like showing behind the scenes of what I got going on in my studio. Are you using the Two Live Stews TikTok account or your personal TikTok account? The Two Live Stews one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I do what you're doing, after y'all explain to me how I should do what y'all are doing, I should use the Two Live Stews account as well.
I'm not sure. We got to figure all of that out.
Okay.
It's a lot of different.
Tree's thinking through it.
Yeah, it's a lot of different things with that. A little bit later today in today's show, we've got Arleywood, the Arleywood Report with Arlie Michelle coming through. Last 48, the biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group over the last 48 hours. Actually, a little bit longer than that, but that's what we call it because we like their name. We also want you to follow, and subscribe to the show. That's very, very important. If you're new to the show, you bumped into us some kind of way or whatever for the first time, we are Doug and Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews. Yeah. We've been doing this in some form of fashion for 25 years, since 2001. This whole genre, we started the whole damn thing.
Can you come in?
Google us. YouTube search us.
Can you come in, Tree? Good morning, Tree.
What?
Good morning.
Tree, can I ask you a question?
I don't know.
Did you track? Did you track how many steps you walked from the start of the parade to the end?
It was 4879.
4,800?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of steps.
It's a lot of steps.
Yeah.
Imagine the steps them people took. How many steps those people on the stilts took?
Ooh,
that looked like it hurts.
Well, they probably took less steps than Tree because they were covering more ground. But it was very difficult for them.
Oh my gosh! At the 404 parade, there was a crew of stilt walkers.
They kind of
and not just like 5 feet off the ground, like 20 feet off the ground.
Yes. Yes.
And they walked the entire, what would you say was that? What, 2 miles, 3 miles?
I'd say about 1.5 miles, 2 miles.
Yeah. And then we get to the very end, and at the very end, this chick tried to step up on the curb, and she was on her way down, and we grabbed her in mid-flight down to the earth.
Thank God y'all were there.
We saved her from falling to a bludgeoning death.
No, I don't know if she's going to die, but it was going to hurt.
You 20 feet up in the air, you fall and hit your head into that wall, you dead. You cracking your skull. We saved that lady's life.
That's very impressive because we saw the whole mechanism was that had them strapped into the stilts.
Right.
They can't get out. Like it wasn't a situation if they started to fall, they could jump out. No. If they're going to fall, they're going to fall because they are strapped into them goddamn stilts.
You know what's funny? When she fell and I caught her, my hand was gripping her right butt cheek.
I don't know that that's funny or that you should be saying that.
Well, I saved her life. She's happy. And we met eye to eye.
The least she can do is give you a little feel, huh?
We met eye to eye, and she was like, "Is that your right hand on my right butt cheek?"
That's not true.
Listen, you guys did a great job. One thing about y'all know how to carry or hold the crowd. A lot of people don't have that gift. Okay, even some of these people down here to the radio station that be on big stages, they can't hold the crowd. You guys are amazing humans. I'm very proud of you.
True,
we had a lot of people.
You did a phenomenal job this weekend. Arlie did a phenomenal job. Arlie flew back in town just to be a part of it. It was a very monumental day for the Two Live Stews experience. The reboot that we've been doing now for over almost 2.5 years. Once again, shouts out to all of the orchestrators of 404 Day, 404 Weekend, Butter ATL. Shouts out to Brandon Butler. Thank you to everybody, man.
I got one more I'm going to show before we get up.
Planet Marketing here in the United Kingdom for another amazing event. Today we had over 2,000 individuals coming to be educated and be recognized on what we believe is the fastest growing business on the planet. Never before have I gone to a local event in a country anywhere and had 9 rings to pass out, 9 six-figure rings from over $100,000 a year to over $500,000 a year. Stay tuned. Right place, right time, right people. If you know anybody that's involved in Planet Marketing in the 22 different countries that we're doing business in, get back with them. Everything in life is all about timing, but more important than timing is something called positioning. We are looking for leaders in a country near you. Join us.
Happy 404 Day!
Happy 404 Day!
TwoLiveStewsYouTube.com. TwoLiveStewsYouTube.com.
I want to congratulate my brother on his first parade, first time ever in a parade. Congratulations, Dick. You finally became somebody.
TwoLiveStewsYouTube.com.
That's the ATL am right here. So I'm here when Underground was the hottest thing in the city. Back when South DeKalb Mall was the best mall in the city. Where that commercial said, you can find it all at South DeKalb Mall. You better stop playing I'm so Atlanta. And stop letting these youngsters tell you what Atlanta is. Decatur, Atlanta. Southwest DeKalb, Atlanta. Gwinnett, Atlanta. North Lake, Atlanta. If it's in the metro area, it's Atlanta, damn it.
That was a great job by the great Lab Love. We appreciate you, Lab. Shouts out to Lab Love. Shouts out to Griff. Shouts out to DJ Nabs in the lab. Shouts out to Brandon Butler. Shouts out to everybody that spent some time with the Stews this past weekend down at the 404 Day Parade and Block Party. We had a time, Fessa.
So,
we had a time.
If you had to rank them, which was the best mall back in the day when it was popping before COVID? South DeKalb Mall, Greenbrier Mall, or West End Mall?
West End was where Kente Claus was at every year for Christmas. So West End gets my vote.
Nah, it's hard to beat Greenbrier, man. It's hard to beat Greenbrier, man. Greenbrier was an institution, sir. But all of them seem to have fallen by the wayside to some degree or another because of COVID. Like a lot of these malls and stuff hadn't recovered, man, still.
Sir, there's not a lot of
matter of fact, West End actually got sold. They're going to do like some type of apartments or something like that in West End Mall, which is sad. It's very sad to think about.
Phipps and Lenox are still functional, but they're not as crowded as they used to be back in the day either. I hadn't been in a mall in years. In years, I haven't been inside of a mall.
I go to Cumberland, I go to Lenox, and I literally live 3 minutes from Perimeter Mall. So this seems like those big malls. A lot of them seem like they've got back into the groove of things, and they're thriving to a degree. But the black malls, which is very unique to Atlanta. I've never been to any other city where the malls
There's 3 or 4 black malls.
Black malls.
Right.
Okay. Right. And them 3 malls that we just talked about just now are absolutely black malls with big time stores like Macy's and those type of stores like that. So Atlanta is very, very unique in that way. Very, very unique.
While looking through the comments in the chat room here during the break, I saw something that I need to tell everybody, especially you and Tree. So y'all make sure you're listening.
Mm-hmm.
Several people that listen to this podcast pulled me to the side this past weekend and told me, whatever I do, keep telling these damn jokes. First one for the day. What's the one instrument anybody can play immediately? About 15 people. About 15 people came up to me and said, whatever you do, keep hustling them goddamn jokes. What's the one instrument anybody can play immediately? The one instrument anybody can play immediately.
I don't know. What's the one instrument anybody can play immediately?
An air guitar. You got to learn, man. You just got to think. An air guitar. Boom, boom, boom. People do it all the time. Boom, 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 boom.
That's not a joke. I don't think that even classifies as a joke. Let's talk about what happened this past weekend, man. And you're watching the Two Live Studios experience. The UCLA women's basketball team defeated South Carolina 70 or dominated them this past weekend in a blowout. It's the first national championship that they've won since 1979. Once again, they dominated. No one saw this coming. The big takeaway from this game, sir, is no one saw this coming after South Carolina beats UConn on Friday night. I don't think anybody in the world would have predicted the blowout game that we had yesterday in the national championship game. You got to say congrats to University of California, Los Angeles. But, man, real tough way to go out from that big high that the Lady Gamecocks had on Friday to what happened yesterday, sir.
We're going to get into the distraction that was the ultimate distraction for the Gamecocks. And I think that the more that I think about it, I think it was contrived for the results that ultimately happened. But South Carolina had some offensive struggles, man. They only shot 36% from the field. Their key player, Chloe Kitts, was held to just 2 points. UCLA is a taller team. Mm-hmm. UCLA is a bigger team. They've got more box backs, if you know what I'm saying. They were hard to move, and they defended the Gamecocks extremely well, not taking anything away from UCLA. But it just looked like the Gamecocks were a tad undersized and overmatched. They weren't as aggressive or competitive and or physical as the Bruins were this past weekend, and they couldn't do anything.
70.
Well, last thing I was going to say was there was a 15-2 run early in the game that was never, ever compromised from the start. So UCLA took control of the game early and held it throughout the entire 4 quarters.
79-51 was the final score, and really it could have been a lot worse than that. Couple things, I didn't understand a couple of things. I think it was in the second quarter, or maybe early in the third, I can't remember exactly. South Carolina switched to a zone. They switched to a zone, and they had a couple of stops, but then they just went away from it. Like magically, I don't know what was going on. I wasn't on the floor. Dawn Staley is a great basketball mind. There's a reason, I guess she did it, but it didn't appear that way. They had a couple of good stops when they switched the zone, and also they started guarding them full court. They put full court pressure on a couple of series in a row, and they stopped them. They caused a couple of turnovers, back-to-back turnovers,
they
and
also,
then they went away from that.
They also accumulated like 4 fouls during that also. And don't forget that the big freshman is she from Africa? Where's she from?
I'm not sure. You talking about
South Carolina?
Yeah. She couldn't hit. Go ahead.
She couldn't hit shots, but she also got 2 early fouls, which compromised their play on the bigs. Dawn had to take her out.
Let me back up for one point as well. Outside of the fact that they tried to press and it worked and they went away from it, that they went to a zone and it worked and they just went away from it for whatever reason. The biggest thing from this game that anybody probably could take away is South Carolina literally missed in the first quarter and a half. They literally missed 30 bunnies.
Bunnies, no question.
They missed 30 shots from within 3 feet of the basket.
Yes.
At least 30. I didn't count it. That's not an exact number.
Well,
they missed so many gimme shots. It was unbelievable.
Honestly, it was about 10 to 12 shots under the goal in the paint that were missed. You can't do that.
They got several rebounds, put it back up, miss.
Right.
They rebounded again, put it back up, miss. They literally could not hit the backside of a barn yesterday, man.
Yeah.
And I thought that at some point they could stay close like they did in the middle of the second quarter. They were still like 10, 12 points down. And I'm like, oh, they can come back. The odds are, the math of it says they're not going to continue to miss all these shots, but they continue to miss all of the shots.
Especially when South Carolina, 2 days prior to the championship game, when they played UConn, they started off slow in that game as well. And I told Miles, my son, I said, hey, bud, while we were watching the game, I said, I hope South Carolina doesn't start off slow today versus UCLA like they did yesterday or 2 days ago versus UConn. And they did. They did. They started off slow. They were missing buckets, and they never really just got into the game. They never, in my eyes, played like they were the confident Gamecocks team like they should have been.
Well, here's the positive thing I guess you can say about it. And obviously, if you're new to the show, we're rooting. We were rooting for South Carolina because we're from the great state of South Carolina. And we just want Dawn to win. I'm going to be honest with you, man. You took a look at that game, and I said this on social media yesterday. That game was like Georgetown versus Duke, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. You had clearly a rooting black interest for the South Carolina Gamecocks. And I don't think there was one black person on the UCLA Bruins team. I didn't see one on the floor.
I think there's a few minorities, but I don't think there's any Negroes on that team.
How that's crazy in 2026.
Yeah.
But once again, you can't take it away from them, man. They dominated. And there's nothing to say. I mean, it almost was like at the start of the fourth, Dawn had given up. Did it look like to you that she gave up trying to come back? Because all they had to do was hit 10 threes in a row. That's 30 points.
the threes weren't falling for them. And I wish they would have stopped. I wish they would have stopped taking them. Okay? I wish they would have stopped taking them. But to answer your question, you said the beginning of the fourth. Sir, I knew that game was over the middle of the second quarter.
No, but they were like 9. They were like 10, 12, and they'd make some big shots. And I'm like, anything can happen. These are great young players. They're college athletes. They can come back.
Sometimes a team doesn't have it, and you can see that from the start. After the first 10 minutes, we had some guests over to the house yesterday for Easter. Wife put together a late minute.
You're watching the Two Live Stews experience?
Wife put together a late Easter dinner for a few family and friends that weren't going out of town and were going to be here. So we were watching the game with some friends that was at the house. And I told them, hey, at the beginning of the second quarter, I said, I'm giving them 5 minutes before we probably can just turn this one off. Because from what I'm seeing, UCLA has got it, and South Carolina doesn't have it today. Yeah. And sometimes you can just see it early, man. Is the game over before it's over? Never. But sometimes when you got lackluster play, you're missing assignments, and your energy is down. When your team is hanging your head in the first half, ain't much they can do in the second half, sir. And South Carolina was hanging their heads in the first half.
All right, so takeaway yesterday, they had a great season. Shouts out to the Lady Gamecocks. And they got some youth. They'll be back. Dawn is probably the best recruiter.
Wait. That's perfect. You said they got youth. South Carolina is a very young team, and UCLA was a senior-heavy team. These girls at UCLA have been playing together for the last 3 to 4 years, sir. Mm-hmm. So the majority of them are going to be moving out. They're going. They're leaving now. And South Carolina's young. That's a big part of it also.
Do you think that Dawn said to herself at some point, we'll be back. We got all of this youth. She's probably the best recruiter. Kids want to come play for her at the University of South Carolina now. She's got, if she wants to, she could probably keep that job like Pat Summitt at Tennessee or whatever for another 15, 20 years.
Oh, no, Doug. She's the highest paid coach in women's basketball, even more than Gino. And it's a lifer situation.
Right.
The only way I see her not being the coach of the women Gamecocks in Columbia, South Carolina, is if she goes to a WNBA team or if she goes to an NBA team.
Yeah, we talked about that last year.
I
think
she ain't going nowhere.
I think she might be the first one. I think she is. I think that the amount of money some team, possibly an NBA team, is going to throw at her, I don't see her staying there like a Pat Summitt once again. As I just mentioned, because I think that the money somebody's going to throw at her, some team, some organization is going to throw at her, is going to be tremendous. Also, this past weekend, following South Carolina's 62-48 Final Four win over UConn, Gino Auriemma and Dawn Staley met at half court, and Gino had some issue with her. It must have been some really hurt his feelings. He had some type of issue with her not shaking his hand, but clearly she did shake his hand at the beginning of the game. You could pull up, a gazillion videos to see that they did shake hands. I think what he was referring to is like meeting at half court or something like that. I don't know, but he went off on Dawn Staley. Dawn Staley said, I will whoop Gino's ass.
Okay. And she did say that, and I believe that she could.
If you could read her lips.
Right. So I'm very disappointed in Gino Auriemma for losing his cool because he took a beat down from the hands of the black female coach.
Hey man, he lost so much respect from America. Not just black America. He lost because she's a woman.
I gotta be careful how I say this. If I ever see him in these streets, I'm going to talk to him about why he so aggressively went at that black female. Men, not only should they not put their hands on women, but they also shouldn't accost women verbally like Gino did. And after doing so, to make up excuses of why he did it, to try to make it valid, after doing so, to hear the other colonizers in the business that's behind these mics that are talking heads trying to make excuses for what he did or explain why he did what he did or why he was misunderstood or why it was no big deal. Shame on Gino Auriemma. Shame on Gino and the lackluster and lazy ass apology that he sent to the Gamecock team and not to Dawn Staley directly is some BS too.
He doubled down on it.
Shame on Gino Auriemma, sir.
He doubled down on it by not apologizing to Dawn.
Right.
He quote unquote apologized to the team.
No.
That's some bullshit.
It's bull. It's bull. Tree, show that other graphic, please. That graphic I asked you to
and you're watching the Two Live Stews experience.
Gino got to the post-game press conference and realized how much of a fool he looked like and started lying. I got a kid with a ripped jersey, and they go, I didn't see it.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think he knew at that time that the player had ripped the jersey.
He was a goddamn liar.
No, what I'm saying is he lied. That wasn't true. Absolutely wasn't true. Because we've seen the video. I don't think at the time he said that he knew that his player that she had ripped the jersey. Sarah Strong had ripped her own jersey.
But Doug, time out. Then don't say it. You alluded to her jersey got ripped by players from South Carolina's team. That's not true. What are you talking about, Gino?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys know that before every game, coaches meet at halftime and they shake hands. I'm sorry. Coaches meet at half court and they shake hands.
And he didn't even say half court, but still, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter.
He was trying to pull the okie doke, the old banana in the tailpipe, and trying to make excuses for how he fumbled that game. He was embarrassed to get beat bad by that black woman and her black players.
Absolutely.
And he could not keep himself together, and he lost it.
Here's what I threw out there the next morning in the Two Ops Shoes Facebook chat group. If UConn would have won that game handedly, would that have happened? Would he have gone at her like that? So that's the point.
Right.
Very, very, very lame. Just lame for a grown-ass man to do what he did, man.
Old white men get to act however they damn so choose. And that's what Gino did.
Yeah.
And I think that was part of the reason why the South Carolina Lady Gamecocks weren't who we typically see them to be. Shouts out to WGPR. My apologies for not mentioning y'all earlier. Shouts out to WGPR, Hot 107.5 FM HD2 in Detroit. We appreciate you, Detroit.
His ass kicked.
And the Sports Rap Network. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all more than you know. Up next in the Doghouse with the boys, the Two Live Stews. We're going to get into big-time basketball tonight. We got a huge national championship game that's going down tonight.
Punk ass Danny Hurley over there talking shit too the other day. Taking up for Gino.
Is it Danny or Bob? It is Danny. You're right. It's Danny.
Yeah, Bobby played. Bobby's the one that played.
I wish black people would do what them white men do. They got each other's back, regardless of anything and everything. Hurley stepped to the table to bump for Gino as if Gino wasn't dead ass wrong for everything he did and said and the way he carried himself after that loss. He just stepped up there and bumped for him, making up ish. It's crazy. We gotta go.
We gotta go. Two Live Stews experience. We'll be right back.
Being stranded on the side of the road, y'all, in Metro Atlanta is very, very stressful and it's dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call. Bay 11 Towing's response times always outpace those national brands. I've been beside the road in Atlanta before, and when you're waiting for hours on a tow truck, it's not cool. Bay 11 Towing says they get to you faster, and they're more cost-effective and efficient while doing so. Whether you're dealing with a flat tire, a dead battery, or a full-on straight breakdown, the team at Bay 11 Towing is ready to get you safely back on the road or get your vehicle and yourself where you need to be. So next time you find yourself in a jam, Bay 11 Towing, give them a call at 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Bay 11 Towing, where speed and savings come together to get you safely to your destination. Check them out at 404-770-6949. Fast, reliable towing that doesn't cost a fortune. Bay 11 Towing.
What's cracking, y'all? Can I just shout out DJ Nabs real quick? Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Nabs is Atlanta music. Can y'all show him love?
We're going to have Lab. We're going to have him up here in a minute. We're going to have him Lab. After Lab and Group, going to have
I saw DJ Nabs opening up for Michael Jackson in 1992 with Criss Cross in front of 97,000 people. DJ Nabs is a legend.
As a matter of fact, DJ Nabs is celebrating 30 years in the culture in the ATL.
Y'all show some love to DJ Nabs. DJ Nabs is 30. He a throwback DJ. He DJ when DJs actually made the party be the party.
Shouts out DJ Nab. Shouts out Brandon Butler. Shouts out Griff. Shouts out to Lab Love. Shouts out to the Water Boys. A phenomenal 404 day. Shouts out to you, Brandon Butler. It was outstanding.
Yeah, great day. Phenomenal day.
Yeah. Shouts out to DJ Nab in the Lab, man. Nabs has been in these streets for 31 years in the ATL doing what he do. Not just in the ATL, all around the country. He's one of the most widely known DJs in the world, man. He's awesome.
30 years have passed by, sir, since I moved to the city.
It's crazy.
A constant on radio has been Nabs. has been Ryan Cameron,
Frank Ski.
Frank Ski came after, from what I remember. Frank Ski wasn't like on the radio when I first got here. Mike and Carol was on the radio, was on V103. But yeah, DJ Nabs is a legend in these parts, sir. Shouts out to him. Thank you for coming on with us. And matter of fact, we got a trending topic kind of question today, number 4, and we're going to talk a little bit about DJs. Hey, listen, if you like to donate to the show and help keep the lights on, we'd appreciate it. We'll thank you. We'll praise you. Thank you. All you got to do is look to the bottom of the chat to the right. You see a dollar symbol or a heart symbol, depending on when you're watching the show. Click on that, and you can donate $1, $5, $20, $50, whatever that may be. And once again, we'll give you some love at the end of today's show. We call them the super chatters. We'll give you a shout out, and we'll and say thank you for the donation.
In the bottom of the screen says it's Giving Thursday. We actually mean it's a Giving Monday, but we're going to take that.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Tree forgot it's Monday, not Thursday.
It's okay. I mean, after the weekend we had, man, as long as it was, you know, you get up at 5 o'clock to be someplace to get some stuff done. You know, things happen, man. It's okay.
Yeah. All right, so tonight is going down. Number 1 seeded Michigan Wolverines taking on number 2 seed UConn Huskies. Michigan dominated number 1 Arizona 91-73. UConn defeated number 3 Illinois 71-62. The Huskies are making their 3rd title appearance in 4 years.
That's great.
Aiming for their 3rd championship in that span, 7th overall. What else can I tell you? UConn center Terrence Reed Jr. is facing his former team. So you got like a little revenge angle right there. And do you remember the last thing I said about this game when we talked about it on Thursday?
What was the last thing you said about this game when we talked about it on Thursday?
Well, these particular teams, ain't nobody gonna beat Michigan, man. Like, Michigan looks like one of these all-time teams right now, the way they're playing. UConn, first of all, has beaten the odds to a degree to get to this point. I think Michigan is going to open up a can of whoop ass on them tonight. They are by far the best team that's been playing in this tournament, sir.
They're big. They got size. They're a team that can play several different ways. They play with their backs to the basket. They can run. They can play half-court offense. They can stop. They play. I mean, they can trap your team at half-court. They can full-court press you. They got shooters from the outside. They got size. They can handle the ball. 4 or 5 of those guys can really handle the ball well. And the only reason why I think UConn stands a chance is because Yaxel Lindeborg, sorry, one of the star players for Michigan, kind of twisted his ankle in the last game.
Right.
So I don't think Lindeborg is 100%. Lindeborg is 100%. And if he isn't, then that will give UConn an opportunity to have a chance to win this ball game. But I agree with you 100%. Shouts out to Griffey 2K. He's a huge Michigan basketball fan. I do think that Michigan is the better team, but with their star player being injured, that may be the difference in the ball game.
You know what else too, man? They've given a lot of press to the Fab Five that have attended most of the. I guess they probably attended all of these games, man. But they're really highlighting them, and I think that we have a special place in our heart for the Fab Five, man, because the Fab Five was trendsetters,
right?
You know,
no question.
And Weber, Howard, and Jalen Rose, and those guys, they are right there. Right. They are right there on the scene for all of these games. They always flash to them, or even do special little highlight stories about those guys. But this team right here, the Fab Five didn't win it all. This team right here, man, is going to go down, I think. And listen, anything can happen in sports. They may not win. But I think the heavy betting favorite right now is on Michigan to roll tonight. Can't wait for this one.
And I hate to end the conversation with this next comment I'm about to make, but I feel bad for Juwan Howard, man. He coached his team for a few years, built the stock in this team up to where it is now, and then he gets let go. And shortly after him being let go, new coach comes in, and voila.
So the Michigan people, we've talked about this in the chat room over the last week or so. I don't pay attention to Michigan basketball like that, so I wasn't 100% sure. So I asked the question, like, did Juwan Howard get bamboozled, or did they finagle? Did he get finagled and they let him go before they got to this level, a little bit early before they got to this level where they're at right now? And the Michigan people say overwhelmingly, no, that's not the case. Most of these players are players that they just brought in after he left. He had a lot of issues there. I think he swung on – who did he swing on? He punched somebody in the face.
Was it one of his coaches maybe?
I can't remember who it was or whatever. Right. But the Michigan faithful, the people that follow Michigan basketball, are saying that this was a great thing that Juwan Howard was let go. It's not like a Steve Kerr situation where Mark Jackson was starting to turn around Golden State, but then they got rid of him for whatever reasons. There's a million reasons out there. He's a religious zealot, et cetera, et cetera. But it's not that situation where they got rid of the coach, the brother coach, okay, and they brought in another coach and took off from where the previous coach was at, and they started winning. It's not that situation. It's a situation where it was a great move at the time to get rid of Juwan Howard and bring in the new coach, and they're getting this success.
February 2022, Juwan Howard, at the time the Michigan head coach, got into a heated exchange after a game with Wisconsin, and during the post-game handshake, things escalated, and Juwan Howard struck Wisconsin's coach, Joe Krabahoff, in the face.
Mm-hmm.
And it was downhill for Juwan Howard ever since then.
Mm-hmm.
And as a person that from time to time has had a hot head in his life, and I try to learn from those situations, if you're the head coach of a group of young men, you can't physically assault someone else in front of those young men.
Right.
That is not the look that presidents or athletic directors are wanting to see from the man that is supposed to be scoping young men.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, after 2022, with that situation with the Wisconsin coach, that was the demise of Juwan Howard. And I don't know what was said, but he went about things the wrong way, and that's probably ultimately why everything started for him going downhill.
And you got to give credit to the head coach now, Dusty May. He's done a phenomenal job, as far as I can tell, because he's assembled some great talent. They got some players that are definitely going to play in the NBA, and Michigan should roll tonight. I need to look at the number. You're the gambling guy. What's the number on that game tonight? If you can quickly pull it up for us.
It was 6.5 on yesterday. Let me check it now. It was 6.5 on yesterday. Michigan. Let me make sure.
And here's another thing about betting.
Ooh, it's now Michigan -7. It's going up half a point. It's Michigan -7 now.
So we talk about betting and trends, things you look for in betting. When I used to bet, and I guess I'm probably not the best person to even ask about it because I lost a lot of money betting. But when I used to bet, one of the things that I look for,
I'm close to getting out of the betting game too, man. But go ahead, I'm listening.
One of the things I look for was a team that exceeded expectations. They won a game that they shouldn't have won, and what happens to them in the next game? Usually it's a letdown because they're still on the high from winning that last game they shouldn't have won, or they weren't favored to win. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So they're happy just to be in this position right now.
But this isn't the situation when you're dealing with a number 2 and a number 1 seeded team. That's not the situation in the championship.
Well, no, I got to go back and look. I got to go back and look at the schedule and the teams that they beaten. Who did UConn beat to get into this round right now? And it wasn't this game; it was the game before.
They came back. It wasn't UConn.
We'd have to look it up. We'd have to look it up.
Oh, was it Arizona? Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have put me out there like that. But I'll figure it out. Give me 2 seconds. probably a little bit more than 2 seconds. But
the point is, they beat Tennessee. So
right.
Tennessee was the 6th seed. Michigan beat Tennessee. I'm trying to find out who UConn beat, and we'll find that. I'm sorry, I even asked the question. We weren't prepared. because there's been so many games, it's hard for me to remember personally exactly who was. But they beat someone that was ranked higher than them in the seeding in the tournament. And you're watching the 2 Live Stews. UConn beat Duke. That's who it was. UConn beat Duke. Duke was the number 1 seed, and UConn beat them. So my point in saying all of that is usually you look at the mentality of a team in the next round after we're having an upset win. In this particular case, when they beat Duke, they're kind of like still on cloud 9 when they should get ready to play basketball. So we'll see if it works out like that tonight.
7 points is a lot of points in a championship game with a number 2 and a number 1 seeded team. That's a lot of points.
And one thing that they do have, UConn, is experience.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Michigan hadn't won a championship. Well, I think they said 1995. It's been a long time since they won a championship, maybe 95 or 2005. Yeah. But they have that on their side, that Danny Hurley has had these UConn Huskies in this position or close to this position over the last several years that he's been at UConn, won national championships. But once again, no one expected them, I don't think, to be here. So that's something they do have on their side.
Let's just say Juwan Howard was still coaching, and he won a huge game to get into the Final Four. And after that huge win, while everybody's celebrating on the floor, Juwan Howard headbutts a referee. What do you think would happen?
He'd go to jail.
Well, how come Danny Hurley's still on these streets?
What do you mean?
After their Final Four victory, Danny Hurley flexing and excited. He I'm not going to call it a headbutt, but he took his forehead in the post game after the game and put his forehead on the referee's head. And no one's talking about it like that's a thing.
Wait, I missed that. I totally missed that. He did it on purpose, or was it like?
It was intentional, man. You don't put your forehead on somebody else's forehead and it's not intentional.
Yeah,
you can't accidentally headbutt somebody, man.
Hey, I didn't. I haven't seen that.
Okay. Then since you didn't see it, I won't continue the conversation. But yeah, man, there's so many double standards that's taking place this past weekend when it comes to he and he. You know, it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's the world we living in, especially over here. Did you see a president throwing out F-bombs this weekend, threatening people?
I don't want to talk about this.
Your president's out there throwing out F-bombs, threatening people. These people are ready to die, man. I don't want to get into this conversation. These people are willingly ready to die. Does he think some lunatic over thousands of miles away screaming, talking shit scares these people? These people are ready to die. Does he think him getting behind some microphone in America and threatening them and it's going to be this, that, and the other? You think these people are going to say, oh, man, he's saying he's going to do this. We need to stop. We need to, whoa, boy, he's saying he's going to do this. We need to stop. Shit don't even work like that. This guy is a lunatic. He's a lunatic.
And this war that was supposed to be 2 weeks or so, it's coming up on a month plus, man.
Oh, and I don't see any time soon where it's going to end.
The president said 2 to 3 weeks.
It's really not funny, man.
God bless our soldiers. Please protect our soldiers. Please bless them folk over there that don't have nothing to do with anything that Trump has decided to bomb for whatever reasons he's decided to. It's terrible, man.
Hey, listen.
Hollywood's up next, man.
There we go. Hollywood up next.
I hate for you to even. We're living in a time, Fessa. We're living in a time.
Absolutely living in a time.
So protect our folks that's protecting us. You are in our thoughts and prayers when it comes to military personnel and everybody else. Even the folks that are innocent, just over there trying to live their life. It's ridiculous, man. It's sad.
Stop doing this, stop doing that, and we're going to bomb the hell out of you. So when we bomb the hell... Okay, let's just go to break, man. I don't want to get
Up next, we're getting an entertainment report and some birthdays and talk about the weekend with the lovely Arlie Wood. Arlie Michelle will be in the building. Y'all keep it locked. Shout out to you, WGPR, Hot 107.5 HD2 FM in Detroit. We appreciate you, Detroit. Sports Rap Network is in the building. Y'all keep it locked.
It's crazy.
Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Arlie?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and Poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 towing a call, 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on